Good morning. This is X-Pulse AI Morning Mix. Today is Sunday, May 31st, 2026. We're hitting Anthropic's new Claude Opus 4.8 and the Mythos Tease, a major Illinois AI regulation move, and Microsoft's push toward a Copilot super app. I've got Orion with me. Ready?
Ready, let's do it.
Fortune reported on May 29th that Anthropic released Claude Opus 4.8 and says Mythos-class models may go wide in the coming weeks. What changed in 4.8?
Opus 4.8 is positioned as a bridge release, capability upgrades, plus dynamic workflows, which is Anthropic leaning harder into multi-step agent-like execution. They're also emphasizing tighter safety controls, basically acknowledging these models are getting powerful enough to need stronger guardrails.
And this Mythos mention, should listeners read that as a full-on new model family?
That's how Anthropic is signaling it. Mythos as the next tier above what's broadly available today, with restricted testing already happening. The key point is more broadly in the coming weeks, which usually means wider access tiers, not just a lab demo.
If Mythos opens up, what's the first thing that changes for everyday users?
Expect bigger jumps in reliability on complex tasks, longer plans, fewer dropped constraints, better tool use, paired with stricter policy enforcement. In practice, people will notice less babysitting and more no on risky requests. That trade-off is the current frontier vibe.
PM Ness wrote on May 29th that Illinois cleared Senate Bill 315, the Artificial Intelligence Safety Measures Act, and Governor J.B. Pritzker says he'll sign it. What's notable here?
It's one of the more direct state-level attempts to regulate high-capability or frontier AI developers, not just downstream app makers. When a big state moves first, companies often operationalize compliance broadly because running 50 different playbooks is expensive.
Is this mainly about safety testing or more about accountability after harm?
The framing is safety measures, standards, processes, oversight, so it pushes the prove you're being careful posture. Even if details evolve in implementation, it adds pressure for documentation, evaluation, and governance that can be audited, not just promised.
Does this accelerate a patchwork problem across the United States?
Yes. Until there's a clear federal baseline, states will experiment. The practical impact is compliance becomes a product feature: logging, red teaming, model cards, incident response. The companies that build that muscle early move faster later.
The Verge reported on May 29th that Microsoft is building an AI super app to unify Copilot experiences: GitHub Copilot, the Copilot chatbot, Copilot Cowork, and an internal agent workflow called Autopilot. What's Microsoft aiming for?
A single front door for work and dev agents. Instead of Copilot being scattered across products, they want one place where you chat, generate code, kick off workflows, and hand tasks to agents, then bring results back into Teams, Office, and GitHub.
One app to rule them all. Sorry, Tolkien, what's the risk?
Two risks: confusion and trust. If users can't predict what a Copilot action will do across contexts, adoption stalls. And if autopilot-style agents take actions in repos or documents, Microsoft has to nail permissions, audit trails, and rollback. Otherwise, people won't let it drive.
What's the upside if they get it right?
It becomes a workflow operating system. You don't just ask questions, you dispatch work. The winning platforms will make agents feel boringly reliable, like search or email, rather than a magical demo you're afraid to click.
Business Insider reported on May 29th that Google is leaning on search ad revenue and its full-stack setup to drive down AI inference costs for Gemini, aiming for cheaper, faster token pricing than rivals. What's the strategic angle?
Google can subsidize. If you own the chips, the data centers, the model stack, and you have a cash machine in search ads, you can price inference aggressively, sometimes below what competitors pay just to rent compute. That changes who can profitably offer AI everywhere.
Does cheaper inference automatically mean better products?
Not automatically, but it enables more generous defaults, longer context, more calls, more background agent work without shocking bills. When inference gets cheaper, product teams get bolder, and the experiences feel less rationed.
What's the tell to watch in the next few weeks?
Pricing and bundling. If Gemini usage starts getting bundled into existing Google workloads, Workspace, Cloud, even ad products, that's the full-stack advantage turning into distribution, not just lower costs.
On the agent safety front, Geeky Gadgets covered Apple's reviewer agent idea on May 29th adding a pre-execution safety check before tools run. How should we think about that design?
It's a split-role pattern. One agent proposes actions, a separate reviewer checks them before execution. It reduces accidental destructive clicks, deleting files, sending the wrong email, especially when workflows get more autonomous. It's also a practical blueprint for anyone building tool-using agents.
Meanwhile, Analytics Insight says Cognition raised over $1 billion, valuing it around $26 billion. For people who missed it, what does Cognition actually build?
Cognition makes Devon, an autonomous coding assistant aimed at doing real software tasks end-to-end, reading repos, writing code, running tests, opening pull requests. A $1 billion raise at that valuation says investors think developer agents could become a major software category, not a feature.
And Unilad Tech reported NVIDIA partnering with Span and Polta Group on Exfra mini AI nodes for new homes, covering monthly electric bills in exchange for hosting inference capacity. Your breaker box just got a side hustle, real or gimmick?
It's real experimentation with distributed inference, placing compute close to users, using residential power capacity, and paying households for hosting. The hard parts are reliability, security isolation, and maintenance. But if it works, it's a new placement model beyond giant data centers.
Last one, Vocal Media via Futurism points to a forecast that AI in diagnostics tops $6.52 billion by 2033. Anything to keep in mind with that number?
It's a market projection, not clinical proof. The direction is clear: imaging, detection, triage, but adoption bottlenecks are infrastructure and training, not algorithms. The winners will pair models with workflow integration and compliance because hospitals don't buy accuracy, they buy throughput.
That's XPulse AI Morning Mix from XPulse for Sunday, May 31st, 2026. Share it with someone who'd actually enjoy the group chat arguing about inference costs. See you next time.